Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus.
Professor Weasley, we've one more.
Ah, yeah. You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. Interesting. Perhaps you belong in... Possess a willingness to forge ahead alone when you must. Better be Gryffindor!
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
It's most uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. This should be quite...
Oh, looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room. Revelio. Now, which way is the common room?
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your fifth year.
That new fifth year. They're lucky they didn't end up as dragon food, like that poor man from the Ministry.
Never do anything for a drill.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I'd never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
Still not working. Ugh. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
A little more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. What's so difficult about this one? I'm just going to keep at it.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
You'll like it, trust me. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Does having your aunt here make things difficult?
More than you'd think. Most people assume I can't get into trouble or be given detention. But they're wrong. Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth. And thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
New Gryffindor, Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Transfiguration.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Thank you, Professor, but...
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer. Walk with me and we shall This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Ah! The guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio.
Revelio.
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says. Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the Hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your... Happily, you're judging by your...
He did, Professor.
He's been my suspicion...
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's...
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she...
Yes, well, we don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may... and she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Another inflating charm. How many times do I have to not drink shit on other
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised approach. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by duel.
This can't be your first duel.
I do enjoy a lively duel. Only all my students are together. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as...
Understood, Professor.
Again, well done today. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that. It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like didn't expect in you. Then again.
I've dueled enough.
Huh. Fair enough. You know, you might...
Exclusive and unsanctioned.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into... You just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower. Till next time.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecate in a duel.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
I was able to find in Hogsmeade.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, very good. That's it! Splendid! Don't lose your composure. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no... Miss Onai, would you... Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp. There we go.
Accio.
Very good.
Let us see this.
Stay focused.
Here we go.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Quite impressive.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. There we go.
Happens to the best of us.
Let us see this. Phew.
That's it!
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Well done.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game, but took weeks for me to get any.
That's good to hear. It's a lot.
To put it lightly, I transferred here from Wagadu. My mother received an offer. Before I knew it, we had left.
Is Wagadu a con?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a cat. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist, and then it just materialized.
It's nice to learn.
Thank you for asking. I think until next time.
Of course. You can use
A
Accio
word,
on humans,
if you would.
If you're so
You wanted to...
I did. I trust your first charms lesson.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly...
What charm is there in... You did well, managing.
Thank you, Professor.
Miss Onai is always... Now, expect to hear from me soon.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you? Hello. You want...
Samantha Dale. Hope your first day's...
I've been fortunate.
My brother William would tell you not to be... Well, better see to my charms.
What about the room, Professor?
I trust...
They did.
I heard it. Seems, Professor... I'd wager there's a...
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Regardless, you must... In that regard, I've...
Professor Ronan did me.
In fact, Professor... Now, we've arranged to...
Thank you, Professor.
You've managed your classes well.
I'm eager to get to Hogwarts.
Very well. I'd like... Perhaps Sebastian?
I'd like to go with...
Glad to hear it. He'll keep you well clear.
Rookwood?
Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, no time to waste. This...
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. Fixes things right.
That seems...
More frequent. As professor, a number of your professors have agreed to do so as... I have arranged some for today.
I'll start on the task. This is the right... Got it! flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant!
I trust the preliminary...
I completed the...
Marvelous. Let us give the old... Remember to be deliberate.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Revelio. Reparo.
I wish Professor Garlic would keep it
more. Quiet, please. We are making...
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just outside.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to...
If Sebastian vouches for you, I coordinate duels for crossed wands.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Imagine it's quite something to see the...
How does crossed wands work?
You show up. It's our way of and till I...
Of course.
I agree. Besides, in cross... Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. So, care to...
Get me in the ring.
We'll make you regret signing up.
Mine
one day I'll sign up for a round.
Nice work. Sebastian, there's strong competition ahead, but...
Brilliant. Count me.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these. Again, congratulations on your... Hope to see you back here again.
All of my siblings are gone. This cannot possibly be as difficult.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, mine. I'm told you're in dire need of supply. Is this your first foray?
It is. I have...
Well, I shall... Hogsmeade's a chop.
Protego!
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already made.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh, any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling. I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful. Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts. Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
Revelio certainly never revealed
the charm of my potions, Professor, back when I was at school.
So how would you like to do this? Weasley told...
Yes, Dittany seeds, some...
Perfect. Can't wait to see... And a short list gives you plenty of time. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my... Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
A unicorn hair wand is most reliable and faithful to its owner. A dragon heartstring wand is most powerful and learns quickly. What do you think? Extraordinary. Now, how did that...
Good.
A match. You're connect...
I'm eager to try.
I would imagine so. And the bond... Do not be surprised.
That sounds wonderful, Mr.
I'll let you get to it. Do...
An inquiring mind.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for this...
Matilda, student. I take it you've had a
I'm afraid I haven't yet.
Ah, but you will. Of course it is not. Stay the course.
That's certainly something...
And spellcrafts are incredible. But I shall let Professor... A potting table...
I believe so, sir.
Good. If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Revelio. Accio.
Levioso and Stupefy combined should be gone.
Down with Phineas now, yellow flat.
Welcome to J. Pippin's
Revelio.
Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. Though, I don't...
It's my first time.
Is it really? You'll have read it on the sign, of course. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to...
You're the student she sent you. I set your things aside in... Is it not the most fascinating art potion?
Are potions really that...
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but as it's your first time in, I also offer ready-made drafts for all. But for now, let... Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, Merlin's...
Not at all.
Well, bravo. Name's Timothy. I keep the cart out here,
I suppose not.
but what? Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Sebastian.
Muggles have made life hard for us since the dawn of time.
Revelio.
Look at your hair, your complexion, whatever it is, they're all wanting it.
I don't know that sentence, but there hasn't been a dragon in history worth losing a hair over.
Morgan the Bay has an unearned reputation.
Hello.
Oh, come in. Come in. I'm sure I've no need to introduce myself. But I showed them. But look at you. Look looking for a change?
Why not, I say?
Some are going for... But you won't... Why don't you...
What services do you offer? I officially have all of my...
Excellent.
Did you?
I did. So I...
Are you weakening him at all?
Keep at it! We'll wear him down eventually.
Leviosa!
Gringo! What was that?
A taste of his own medicine.
Nicely done! Look out!
Potato! Leviosa!
That's right, you lumbering lout!
He's faltering!
Few more hits to do the job!
Goodness! Did you two take on a...
I suppose so.
Merlin's beard?
We are.
I'd say help is... If you are unharmed, perhaps...
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer.
Reparo.
I'll go and see what he wants.
Good as new.
Reparo.
Lucky they didn't do more damage. One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about.
Revelio. Reparo.
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Hello, sir. I don't...
Allow me to introduce my... I should like to thank you for your...
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an order of... I own Gladrag's Wizardwear, and as I suspect this won't be your last...
Thank you, Mr. Hill.
It's the least I... now, let's...
I'd say we've earned a butterbeer or two.
I'd say that I...
Perfect.
Revelio.
I sell even more battle-worthy items. Should you be inclined, you're most welcome to peruse my shop at your...
Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She's a good one to know. And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle. I'm certainly glad Sirona was there.
I can see that. She didn't...
I think you'll need to tell me why Victor... Professor Weasley's certain to hear about... Don't want to risk another detention for getting back up.
Professor.
And I you.
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow, like the
Goblin silver!
They were there because of me. I overheard
Ranrock was in
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rook would...
This is grave news indeed.
They're after the locket.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, it's a map of Hogwarts.
It leads to the library. There are
I suspected you would.
Shall we go?
If our experience at Gringotts, I'd like you to work with Professor...
But sir, how dangerous...
Perhaps we are only after Once you've honed your defensive magic for... I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Potato.
I miss going to matches, cheering everyone.
Oi! Can you help me?
Might some kind soul help me?
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to...
Good. As such, handy for lighting and when...
Sounds...
Quite. But you may be surprised. When you're finished... You know where to find me once you've finished.
Glad you're back.
Hello, Lucan.
Why, yes it is. Ready for another round?
I'm ready.
Brilliant.
I'll be dueling solo.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Apologies in advance.
Is that all you've got?
Leviosa. Leviosa.
There goes my wager.
Leviosa. Let's try away now. Accio. Give him more force. Leviosa.
Come on.
Take it. Stupefy.
Oof. I'll give it another go. Lumos.
Leviosa. 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 Act like a winner. Tago. Leviosa. Leviosa. Stupefy. Stupefy. Leviosa. Stupefy. Tago. Stupefy. Stupefy. Leviosa.
Perhaps one day I'll sign up for a round.
Bravo! You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice. You'd better keep practicing. I'll let you know when we're ready. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Hello, Lucan. May I...
Of course. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
If you need to stop practicing...
Accio.
Good one!
Leviosa.
Excellent form!
Leviosa.
That was something.
Leviosa. Accio.
That's it! I'd say that's enough practice.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover...
Assignment's all finished.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Are you alright?
Don't you know who I am?
I'm sorry the others...
That's kind of you. I wanted to make my gobstone color. Are you familiar with gobstone?
Gobstones?
That's what I tried. People in Melder, and now those poor...
Rather an...
I'll say. Anyway, I don't think I know the necessary...
Do you have any suggestions?
If I knew that, again, whoever hid my gob...
I'll see what I can do.
I'll be back to play.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Oh, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Revelio. 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 I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. 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 I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! Revelio. Accio! Leviosa! I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio.
Accio.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should...